I
On a while,
I
but
got it in the 17.
You're all set, Brad?
I like it.
good afternoon.
Very
This is the July 18th
Yes.
Yeah, meeting of the
Planning commission.
Pownell Planning Commission. We have a little bit shorter agenda than we originally planned on. I'll read what the agenda is. We're going to start with a board member roll call. And we're going to approve the agenda. Approval of minutes for June 6th. BCRC municipal planning grant schedule update. Agenda items discussion, public comment, and then adjourn. So, why don't we start with our board member roll call?
John Bashy, Stacy Boxer,
Nobody on, Jim Winchester?
No.
Megan Randall.
Brian Harris.
Fred Miller.
Can I ask a question? Do people call in when they can't make it or how?
They can, that's the whole point of the Zoom is like, so me, Michelle has done Zoom before.
Yeah, that's what I expected her to be. I just, yeah. 'cause-
She was planning to be here through
Maybe
Zoom,
she'll
I
just come
remember
back.
that, but maybe since BCRC wasn't coming, she figured she wasn't gonna.
yeah.
That might be why, I'm not sure.
Yeah, and were you,
Stuck in the rain somewhere.
were you referring to, do people call if they're not gonna be able to make
Yeah,
it?
because I wonder how it works with the alternate.
And generally, somebody usually put on that, whether they can't make it or not. And
Yeah,
I think Roy has been coming,
yeah.
just coming anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so with Roy, he can come to all the meetings, but if he can't make it, it doesn't count against your quorum. However, I do think he's having trouble with his email, just because he's asked me a couple questions and I've replied to him, and then he sends the same question.
Oh.
And then he did the same thing to Tara as well, so I don't think he's getting any emails.
You know, I'm not getting much, and I've had a notice into Consolidated since beginning of July, and they have not fixed it yet.
Okay.
So, and I think that that's quite
Maybe
common.
internet thing.
I think it's going, because they're shifting over to Fidium,
Video fiber, okay.
but, you know, it's all.
I just got an email today from Tara saying that we need to all change our passwords. She's doing it one by one,
Our password
We're
is,
switching over email services.
the whole
So
service.
nothing starts until at least Thursday. So
okay, so that's on the, what's it called? The thing, the Outlook?
Yes.
Okay, so once our password is in there, then it just, right, it recognizes it and we don't have to do anything. We have to
Right.
enter in.
Right, as long as you
Unless you
remember.
log out.
Yep.
Should write it down.
Oh, yeah, I have a whole book. That's what you're not supposed to
the
do.
big book of identity theft.
Go ahead.
Stop.
That's
I'm
right.
not gonna lie.
You don't want
we do
my,
the same thing.
I know.
It started as a sheet of paper and now it's many.
So back on the agenda,
I'll make a motion to approve agenda.
approve the agenda.
A second.
BCRC is not gonna be here tonight. Do we want to just strike that from the agenda?
I think I read this as if there is an update on the scheduling.
Yeah, are you guys there yet? Do you want me to give you the update now?
No, do we just?
No, no.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give you a really
Okay,
quick
so never mind, we'll leave it on.
So we have a motion and a second.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Motion carried.
Motion carried.
All right.
Approval of minutes for June 6th. June 6th. Yeah.
I'll make a motion to approve minutes.
I'll second it.
I'm still reading. About the solid waste ordinance? Oh, okay, I remember that, okay. Okay, yes.
So we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
I,
Opposed? Motion passed. Okay.
BCRC.
Yep, we're up to,
Yeah, so that's just a really quick update. That was nothing on BCRC's, on their side, that something that was out of their control, why they had to, delay the meeting. They were trying to hear back from a couple different people who weren't getting back to them. They did, finally talk to the people they were looking to talk to. I just got an email from Jonathan on Friday, I believe. Or maybe it was Monday. But they're getting back on track and they wanna come to our next meeting, which is August 8th. And they're still hoping that they can,
did he say who he was waiting to hear from? Was it
he did.
from their end?
Did somebody like drop the ball on this whole thing?
Okay.
Did somebody like drop the ball on this whole thing and, or have they done
It wasn't their
something?
fault, it was,
Yeah, no, it wasn't on BCRC's end. They were just trying to reach out someone, in the town and they couldn't get a hold of them and then they did. So now they're kind of back on track and they're gonna try to get it done by the same deadline that they had before.
Yes.
Okay. When is the next meeting?
August 8th.
August 8th.
August 8th?
Looking forward to hearing from them. Where they're at with this stuff. So that's it for that.
Yeah, that's it.
Item, okay. The next is, agenda items discussion, and I think for us to verbalize what, we would like to see on our agendas,
Yes.
what we would like to discuss.
If there's anything that you guys want to be talking about, you can add to the agendas. Next week will probably be full, because BCRC, they
Right.
usually take up,
Yeah, future
time,
agendas,
but
yeah.
if there's anything you guys want to be discussing.
so. Wait, the next meeting is August 8th?
Correct.
Is it, you said next week will be full?
Oh, sorry, I meant the next meeting.
Next meeting,
Next
okay,
meeting, sorry.
okay. Yeah, I'm easily confused about things like that. Okay, so,
I'm not sure.
And if you guys don't have anything right now, just feel free to think about it.
I wonder if is it in our purview to, discuss, like, I don't think it is. I think this is a select board thing. But, the weather is changing. And this has been a heck of a summer. And I just wonder if we have any influence on, I don't know, on preparedness really for, is that all,
well, Craig Odell is our emergency management coordinator.
Uh-huh.
And he's been doing, I think, a great job with the most recent storm we had. He
Yeah.
coordinated
Yeah, no, I'm not-
with
yeah.
Mike, and they
Yeah.
had the road crew out monitoring water levels. They coordinated with the dam people
great.
down there to lower the gate because the water level's upstream. So just by dropping their gate, they were able to drop the river level 3 feet to help
Wow, that's
alleviate
awesome.
flooding. So
Great, yeah.
I think as far as preparedness, I
Yeah,
think for
we're
what we
in good
have
shape.
for resources, we're doing pretty good.
Okay, so, and there's nothing further down the line we need to look at, and that would be
I don't-
select board, it wouldn't be planning commission, right? That's not kind of really.
Yeah, that's not really our purview. I mean, the select board has always welcomed ideas,
Yes,
so
Yeah.
if somebody has an idea, they can
Yeah,
always send an
okay.
email, ask to be put on an agenda.
right,
you know,
okay, so. it would
Send
be-
a
yeah,
message.
Okay,
So our thing is
Other than
for
that.
ordinances and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as far as like recommendations for ordinances, I don't see how that would help emergency
No,
preparedness.
no, I'm just talking in general.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
so we as the planning commission, we help formulate like the town plan, which is due every so many years, and usually it takes a year or two for us to go through everything, because you gotta do all the public meetings, the information gathering, all that good stuff. Anyway, we do that, we discuss like proposed ordinances and like what we'd wanna see change for the town, how we would go about targeting that,
well, that's what I mean, do you say, see change for the town, I just,
Well, I mean, as far as like, if you want to try to help steer the town in a certain economic development, path, like what could you recommend to do that? So you
But-
could
but
like,
not-
well, maybe we could see about changing some ordinances here, or, loosen some restrictions there, change, zoning stuff in a different area, stuff like that.
Right, but not how we
Should we be,
forward into the future as far as the climate.
should we be considering or keeping an eye on our current infrastructure and what our possible needs in the future would be?
Good, yeah.
You know,
Well, we as the town, other than the roads, we don't have control over
Right.
any of the infrastructure.
Right.
It's either through
Yeah,
the
I was-
state
I was
or
including-
it's
I was including-
power, which we,
Sewage.
well, yeah, sewage, but Darcy handles that really well. And I think even with all this rain, I haven't heard of any issues with any back
It
flooding.
hasn't affected that, 'cause
And-
that's in
That's
a,
awesome.
in a
That's
low
really-
area.
Well, thankfully with the
Impressive.
trailer parks, with the new owner of Pownell Estates and the amount of work that they're putting in down there, and they're working to try to get for the better down there. Hannah can testify to this. It's a long process, but they're trying.
Yeah, that's
With
great.
with all the rain we get, I don't know if it's a lot more than we used to or not, but.
Well, this is
What
the
can-
heaviest
what-
rain July we've had in
150 years.
150 years.
So my question is, what's the state of our riverbed or the course of our river? Are the banks holding up or do they need rock? Stuff like that?
That's A&R and EPA territory.
Yeah,
The
so-
town
so
has no control
we don't
over
have
that.
to, yeah.
I border the river down there and I can
Yeah.
tell you from personal experience, like you can't do nothing to alter the course of that river.
Yeah.
But if they're being aware,
Like,
could we bring it to their attention?
We have.
We can absolutely contact A&R and have them come down and they're gonna pretty much tell you there's nothing that you can do.
Right.
We have roads that run along the riverbank. We have houses that are along the riverbank. Do we need to be
So
aware of that?
they updated the floodplains
Well,
and,
there's a place that we had a problem in the trailer park, and it's in the racetrack. And it's a culvert that goes in the river.
Yeah.
And Dougie used to take care of it when he lived down there. But nobody does that now. And I think the guys that own it make sure that it doesn't, there was a mattress in there and a couple other things, which brings the Ladbrook right into the trailer park. It doesn't go in the river anymore, it goes in the trailer park. So that's been pretty much taken. That culvert's been opened up. So.
So, yeah, so really basically that's not our
Right.
agreement.
No, but people are aware of it.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just saying as a
Yeah.
planning commission.
no, I mean, as far as like, if you're talking like where brooks go onto roads and those can wash out,
Yeah, culvert.
I think we as a town kind of learned our lesson with Irene. So now
Oh, yeah.
there's been a whole culvert replacement plan that Joel's been working on the last
Yeah.
8-9 years.
Yeah, yeah. And it really it's really been good up by us and we are, Mount Anthony Road tends to wash out at times.
Yeah. And Joel's
It's a
trying
little bad, but not,
Yeah, I mean, sometimes like with this year, honestly, I'm surprised
Never got stuck
his crew
anywhere.
have kept up with the roads as well as they have. But Joel's got a whole replacement plan for putting the wider culverts under the roads, and I think they just did one up on Mount Anthony Road, or
Yep.
they're scheduled to do one this year, and
I see the state's been replacing them all along Route 7.
yeah, they did all the culverts underneath, and then they widened the shoulders, and now they're ripping it to repave it, and as far as I know, they're doing all the way to the Mass line, all the way to the Deer Park essentially.
It is, yeah, all the way up through, well, they did and 279.
Cause I know Joel
That's
told
been
us
right
that
down.
the state asked him if the town wanted the pavement rippings. And Joel said, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Cause he will mix it with the gravel and it'll stretch the gravel like 20-25% farther.
They didn't want that?
Normally, I was really surprised because normally they take it and they recycle it.
Normally, yeah.
They're putting all fresh in, so they asked the town if we wanted it. And, well, that's a stupid question. Of course we'll take it.
I'll take it up my driveway.
Break it down.
No, they have, the state rents the ripper, like most states now don't even own their own ripping equipment. Companies make big money renting their stuff out. But anyway, Joel just has to coordinate having his guys up there with the dump trucks to basically trail behind and truck it away.
Also their town.
So when
Oh, so
when
it's already ripped up?
they're,
Whoa.
if you go into Bennington on 7, you'll see where the road's all grooved on the
Yeah,
Bennington
yeah,
side.
yeah.
That's what they're doing. They rip it up, they're ripping down like 2-3 inches.
Yeah, they mill it down.
Yeah, and then, they'll lay fresh on top of it. So when they get to the Pownell side, it'll be Joel's guys up there collecting that, running that down to wherever they're gonna
And
store
where
it.
will they put that, like? in the-
My guess is they're gonna be just bringing it right over to the town warehouse where they keep all the equipment.
No, I mean, where will it eventually go?
It'll get mixed in with gravel and used to re-gravel roads.
It actually should hold up better with it.
Yeah, it
Oh, I
does. Joel
would
says it
think
helps
so.
pack together and it
Yeah.
lasts longer.
Yeah.
And it stretches our gravel supply that much farther, so we'll.
Right.
One of the things that I've encountered this year, I've had 2 flat tires in as many months. And I've been driving for 50 years or so, and I never had any flat tires, you know? And they keep telling me it's when they grade the roads. And so, but I mean, I had a nail and a rock in my tire this
That's not-
last
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
What the heck? You
A
know,
couple of years ago, I popped a tire in my driveway from a chicken bone,
oh gosh.
where the bear got into my garbage.
Oh,
And
sure.
the little hollow chicken wing bone
Well, I just.
caught
yeah.
my tire just right.
But anyway, it sounds to me like this ripped stuff will maybe soften it down a little. 'Cause some of those rocks they put out are.
Well, you can get that sometimes when you're regrading, it just pulls up, it
Oh,
pulls
it pulls up
up.
the old stuff.
Right.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's, just happens to be that nail got pressed down. Could have been that. I'm not saying.
That nail could have been sitting in that roadbed for 80 years.
It just got turned up and there it is.
I got lucky.
But a lot of that stuff too, just, construction trucks, people drop off
Sure.
the back of
Yeah.
trucks and stuff. Never know. It sucks, but
It's country living.
that's it. And you can get that on blacktop roads too.
Yeah.
Get a nail.
Oh, yeah, I got a,
But I
I had a rock
sympathize
fly
with,
up and put a ding in my windshield. Well,
I sympathize with flat tires. Last year, I went through 3 camper tires and two truck tires.
Ooh, yowzer. Oh, all right,
So-
good. I'm glad to hear that, because I mean, I'm sorry that I'm glad to hear it, but I was feeling persecuted. All right, but this is not really on task.
No,
Do
but
we have, no, it doesn't sound.
we always
I
just
have-
end up just having a conversation here anyway. It's a great.
Well, I
small
have
town.
to say, though, I've been impressed at how well the roads have held up. Yeah, and you can pass that on. Everybody I talked to was really impressed.
I noticed they've mowed along the roads. Did a good
Yeah,
job.
they've been working on that. Actually, the mower is parked right down in the lower parking lot with the over the guardrail arm on it.
With that thing.
So, yeah, I
You know,
passed him on North Pownell Road today.
I would ask one thing.
That's a great
of them,
job.
And I have asked it in the past, and that is if there's any way in heck that they could mow before the poison parsnip seeds.
We
I mean,
can
do they
ask,
even
but
take that into account?
no.
I
What gets taken into account mainly is coming out of
Last time,
spring, getting the
yeah.
roads graded.
Right.
That's the main
Yeah.
concern.
Yeah, sure.
And
Okay.
then once the grass starts getting tall enough, then it comes onto the radar.
The
for
only,
mounting
the
that.
only thing is that the poison parsnip is there because they've dragged it along from
Yeah.
mowing when the seeds are there. You know, so it's worse than ever along the sides of the roads. But anyway, I guess that's life in the 21st, what century are we?
Neighbors.
Invasives and poison and
Yep,
gosh knows what.
all out there.
I would say on that, for that agenda though, just something we could think about and message in or call in to Hannah or something and just get a,
Yeah,
Ideas
we come
on-
up with
Right,
anything
yeah.
that.
come up with something, because I've been sitting here just trying to think of other things that we could throw
Well,
on
we're
it.
starting to make some headway with the solid waste ordinance.
Great.
So Hannah knows better.
I've
Some
noticed-
fines are starting to go out and more letters.
And our
So-
friend is,
And has anything,
Looking a lot
has
better.
anything become of that?
Fines have started going out, more letters to other properties.
Yeah,
It's not an overnight process. If people clean up and pay their fines, then great. If they
So
don't
is
pay their
is
fines, then
anybody,
eventually it goes.
is anybody attempting to clean up that has gotten a
There
fine?
has been a couple
Yeah.
people that were fined that haven't cleaned up
there,
yet.
there's places that look a lot better.
Yeah.
I hate to admit it because I don't want to give the guy the wrong idea. but-
We all knew it was gonna be some that weren't going to do it. It was gonna be a hassle on some, but it's, I think overall
And I
it'll work.
we knew that going in, and that's what we
Yes.
always said, like, we are going to end up fighting some of these cases in court. And that's what we all had to do, is we had to make the decision on the select board side of it, like, are we going to spend taxpayer dollars to try to fight some of these in court? And if we're gonna go down that road, then we need to make sure that what we have on the books is legal and will stand up in court.
Yeah.
So
That's
hence-
why an
hence it's
ordinance,
taken
yeah.
so long and we've dragged our feet and we realized we didn't have the time frame part of it for like how long we give somebody to clean up before we issue fines. So, oh crap, we have to get that changed before we can start enforcing it. So
Well, it sounds like it was worthwhile for us to do that.
Yeah.
we're starting to see some of
Yeah.
it bear fruit now with proper, some owners are starting to clean up and there's other ones that haven't gotten any letters I've noticed that are starting to clean up.
Good. That's even better.
So,
Of course, this kind of summer with this amount of precipitation, you don't have a chance to do
Like,
that.
I guess word has gotten around.
Stuff is all wet.
It's gonna get around. It's just time. It's not a rush job. It's takes time down the road. I mean, it could be multiple years before
yeah, it's
you
not,
start really seeing a big effect from it.
yeah, I mean, we're not Bennington, we're not Manchester. We don't have full-time code enforcement officers going around and their whole job is just to go around and write tickets. So just hopefully, as people turn in other people and we start the process.
How's the camera thing working?
Good question.
That is a good question. The road guys have been super busy. Bill, who works here and on the road, he's been straight out, he's really been pulling each direction, but,
You mean to install it?
That's the way people think they're.
No, to
Yeah.
just
Monitor it?
with other stuff. He hasn't had a chance to install.
yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
When I'm out.
I think that we really ought to, especially on certain real notorious spots.
We've checked them out and I've told people that there are cameras out.
Good.
Yeah, there's one notorious spot I checked out and it hasn't been anything new dropped off.
I may or may not have spread false information on where cameras are.
It's all right.
Not confirm nor deny it.
Yep.
As a private citizen.
Rumor is they just put a camera up at such and such location.
They've got 9 cameras out.
Oh, I don't tell you how many cameras we have.
No. Well, you can always move them around,
There's a few. We'll just say there's a few.
There's a few.
More than a few, more than a few.
Yeah. We're working on it, taking us a number of years. We got it.
But again, it's out there, people understanding, hey, this is cracking down on this kind of stuff and.
And I think for the most part, most residents don't want to see garbage along the sides of the road.
No.
So
Or
they'll spread the
on other
word
side
that
roads.
they're,
I mean, it's not even just a road, there's other locations, I don't want to say the location, but it had a pretty bad dump area.
Yes.
Yeah.
And a lot of people like to go to that area.
Yeah.
a lot of the times it's like, it's the broken window theory that once garbage gets dumped to one spot, it don't get cleaned out. People are like, oh, I can get away with it.
Well, that's why I'm concerned about
That would
Dartmouth
do it.
Road.
Yeah.
That's the next
Sort of my
thing.
truck
It's like
off.
almost traditional.
Give me 10 bucks and a bag, I'll get it delivered for you.
Yeah.
And I think there's other.
That's-
Like a substation, okay?
Right.
Yeah, I see there's a van parked on Darkwoods Road now. Somebody drove
Yes,
down.
a red van, is
Yeah,
that,
it's been there
yeah.
like 2 or 3 days now.
Oh.
Really?
They
noticed
got,
that.
yeah, there's either a ticket or a note on the windshield.
Yeah.
Was it broke down possibly?
Well, I hope so. I haven't stopped to go look over the bank to make sure it's not like somebody stepped off in the weeds to go pee and they fell.
Yeah, I think the cops already stopped by it.
Oh, I'm
Down
sure.
into the dump.
So
to
the
the
agenda
tires
items
and-
discussion, I think we kind of wore it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it brings us to the public.
Okay, so if we have ideas,
If you have,
Yeah.
we'll email Hannah again.
public comment.
Yeah. Just one comment though, there's fireworks last Saturday at the racetrack. So be prepared.
What'd you say?
Fireworks the last Saturday
Oh,
this
July.
month
Oh,
at the racetrack.
Oh, that's a good
9:50.
For Pownell Day.
Put on by whom?
okay, the last Saturday.
Who's putting it on?
29th.
Mike,
Who's we?
Fireworks.
me and my wife.
You?
Well, we've been doing it for years.
Yeah.
Parks and Rec is helping put on a little something there. We're gonna be serving up some food there and Pownell Youth Baseball is gonna be going down there. We're gonna set up a big slip and slide for the kids on the back hill lawn of the firehouse and Faith Church may have some stuff going on and.
So wait, where's all this occurring?
Oh, it's gonna be behind the firehouse, what he's talking about.
Yeah, for the Celebrate Pownell Day.
Final one, yeah.
Oh, celebrate that.
Then later that night, there'll be fireworks.
Then the fireworks at 9.
They'll be word of,
What date is that?
okay.
What, the 29th? The last Saturday in this month,
July 29th.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they're always good.
Any other public comment?
Nobody's playing.
Nobody has their hands up.
Well, all right,
How about
Not even Jim.
adjourn?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Somebody's in a hurry.
I wanted to say,
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, everybody.
I was just.
Yeah.